more games that I'm interested in. And with that being said, I haven't turned my motherfucking Xbox on in 4 months, so take that for what it's worth. When it's still currently
So take it for what's worth. So take that for what's worth.
Well, let's take a look at the rest of this. That's right, man. There's literally been nothing coming out for the Xbox Series X in the past 6 months. I mean, it's truly amazing how this dude's accusing the guy from IGN of making all these bullshit claims when this motherfucker, not even 2 minutes into his YouTube video, already looks like a complete fucking clown. Get an Xbox Series X and sign up for Game Pass. I play an Xbox game literally every night, and I haven't even turned on my PlayStation 5 in 2 months. Yo was saying that I haven't turned my PS5 on in like 5 months. I haven't turned my Xbox on in 4 months again. So, not really that much better, but you get the point. If you have a primary platform other than the PS5, there really isn't shit to play on it. And that's the only point this dude's making. Returnal looks great, but it's $70. Game Pass is just too good to ignore. PS5 library will get there, someday, and it will be expensive. Now, let's just try and be objective about the
So Stone, oh, cool.
Now, I just want you to pay attention to what he said there. He said the PlayStation 5 library. He is talking about games that have come out only for the PlayStation 5. They're not playable on the PS4 right now. That is literally what this dude's talking about. The Dreamcast guy is so fucking dense and is so ready to find any little thing to defend his Lord and Savior Sony on that he completely misses the point, twists the dude's words, and then spends the next 5 minutes hyping up how many great PS4 games there are to play on the PlayStation 5, completely missing the point the dude is trying to make in his tweets. But you know what, let's just go ahead and watch this shit. First and foremost, the biggest thing that Xbox people talk about is backwards compatibility. Now, I'm not going to be one of those PS5 fanboys that acts like that isn't a great feature. The fact that I can take any of these hundreds and hundreds of games off my wall, plug them directly into my freaking Xbox and play them, upscaled to 4K a lot of times, 120 frames a second, that is definitely an impressive feature. But here's my thoughts. PlayStation can do that as well. Yeah, sure, and I could sprout wings and fly away right now, too. Like, who knows what could happen. But he's literally missing the entire point of the tweet, which is absolutely astounding to me. Like, I would think that someone would have to try to be this stupid. It literally says in the tweet that he supposedly read at this point, which at this point, Microsoft has that feature, Sony does not. Could they get it in the future? Yes, they could. But as things sit right now, at this point, Xbox has that feature, PlayStation does not. It is really not that fucking hard to comprehend, dude. I mean, if you literally just read that one sentence from the tweet and then listen back to what you just said, and you still think this dude is spouting fanboy BS, then you are absolutely delusional. Like, once again, I love how Dreamcast guys accusing other people of stirring up console wars BS, and this motherfucker's looking for that shit where there is absolutely none. Just not as old of games. You can do every generation of Xbox runs on the current Xbox. That's definitely an impressive thing. But to act like the PlayStation doesn't have games, there are 4,000 PlayStation 4 games. And guess what? Maybe the dude didn't buy a PS5 to play PS4 games on backwards compatibility with 0 upgrades whatsoever. Maybe he still has his PS4. Like, is this really that fucking hard for you to grasp? Like, you literally just walk through how Xbox is literally upgrading backwards compatible titles. And then you literally say the PS5 has backwards compatibility with not as many games, not as many generations, and it's not going to be upgraded like they are on Xbox. Like, you really don't see how he might prefer playing on Xbox over the PlayStation 5 and wouldn't recommend that people go out and rush out to buy a PlayStation 5 when in reality, if they already have a PS4, they're going to be playing all the same games for the most part, and there's very few games on the PlayStation 5 that he feels are worth going out and buying a console for. Like, is it really that hard to comprehend? The dude never said that PlayStation 5 has no games. He just said it doesn't have enough games for him to want to go out and buy a brand new console for. The only person stirring up console wars bullshit in this situation, Dreamcast guy, is you by putting words in this dude's mouth that he never even said. Almost all of which, 99.9% of that library, also works on the PlayStation 4. People didn't know.
Yes. Oh, yes. Blue Gem, thank you. Yes. Give me the pop.
If you or someone you know is struggling, there is hope. Recovery is possible.
Give me that power.
Get a lot more gas for your car or truck.
I love this. Come on. 30 turn on, 30, yes.
Car and will pay you above book value. Avoid the low-bar offers you'll get at high-volume car lots and come to Lugoff Ford.
Oh, mesh
Maximize
yellow.
your offer regardless of your vehicle's miles or condition in just 15 minutes. Get started now at LugoffFord.com or come see us in Lugoff, where it's always fast, fair, and friendly. And you know what? I'm going to go a step further. A lot of PlayStation stuff is dirt cheap now. A lot of PlayStation 4 stuff is already on sale. I mean, Dreamcast guy, you said you want to look at this objectively, so I'll go ahead and lay it out for you, okay? Publishers set the prices of video games, so therefore the prices are going to be very similar on the Xbox and PlayStation. The Xbox version of the game is more likely than the PlayStation one to have some form of upgrade, and on top of that, you also have the option to play them through Game Pass, which is only $10 a month, which is cheaper than anything or any deal you can throw out that PlayStation has. So if we want to deal with just straight up objective facts here, the backwards compatibility situation on the PlayStation 5 is nowhere near as good as the Xbox Series X's backwards compatibility situation. And you know, I hate to sound like a fucking Microsoft advert here, but you know, it's just the facts here. Microsoft is doing much better when it comes to backwards compatibility than Sony could ever do. I mean, they have 3 generations of backwards compatibility. You can even play PS2 games on the Xbox Series X. You cannot play those games on the PS5. The Xbox Series X is by far the better console for backwards compatibility, no matter how you look at it. Is it Games Pass price? No, of course not. But these experiences are still good, and it's weird that people just kind of hand-wave them away. I'm going to do something super ridiculous here, but I've never done before. Oh my god, dude, I can only imagine what's coming up next. Let's just talk about the size of the PlayStation 4 library. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to grab some fistfuls of my freaking games. Let's take a look at this. Oh my god, dude, he's walking over to the wall of virginity. Holy shit, guys, make sure you strap yourself in. This could get really bumpy. But weren't we talking about the PlayStation 5 library? Like, you know, in the dude's tweet where he specifically referenced the PlayStation 5 library? Why are we talking about the PlayStation 4 library? Like, once again, completely missing the point. If the dude wanted to play unupgraded versions of PlayStation 4 games, he could just do it on his PlayStation 4. He doesn't need a PlayStation 5 for that. Literally, I can just stack these up all the way to the freaking ceiling. So, whenever people say that the PlayStation 5 doesn't have games, whenever you want to act like Game Pass is such a better deal, is he really going to debate the fact that Game Pass isn't a better fucking deal than owning literal hundreds of physical copies and sticking them on a shelf just when you think this video cannot get any fucking worse? Game Pass is fantastic. Game Pass is cheap as hell. It is a tiny monthly fee. I give it credit for that. But what? That you can't show off what a true gamer you are by having literal thousands of video games on a wall behind you and your very own wall of virginity? Thanks, but no thanks. I'll take Game Pass. The fact that there is still just thousands and thousands of games that will run, that are great, that are freaking good deals on the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 is something that is too often disregarded. And there are thousands of games on the Xbox One that are great deals that'll run on the Xbox Series X in an upgraded form also, that are out there just waiting to be played is somehow overlooked by you as well. Like, I think the PS5 and Xbox Series X are on an equal playing field in that regard. You know, the Xbox One and the PS4 both have great libraries that people can go back and play. It's just that Xbox does backwards compatibility a hell of a lot better. Like, honestly, this video is just amusing at this point. Everything he's accusing this dude of doing and other people of overlooking is exactly what he's doing. I mean, you really just love to see it. Both the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X currently have gigantic libraries of games. If you want to talk about the newest and greatest experiences like Cyberpunk 2077, actually the PlayStation doesn't have that game. It got pulled from the PlayStation Store. And in before, oh, well, if you have the disc, you can still play it. Well, tell that to somebody who has a PS5 digital. Or something that's a bit older. Like, my point is that I'm tired of this "it's got no games" argument from everybody because it's flat out not true. Like, straight up, at this point, if you want to act like Xbox has no games, you're wrong. And additionally, if you want to act like the PlayStation 5 has no games, you're still freaking wrong. I mean, you were kind of just arguing that Xbox has no console exclusives, which is associated with the no games argument, so I think it's kind of ironic you're getting this heated. Games Pass is a great deal, but disregarding all the freaking amazing experiences that have been coming out over the course of the last bunch of years just because you want to try and play this console war fanboy BS. My point is,
not only are these experiences great, most of them are dirt freaking cheap. These games are still freaking super, super good deals. You can get some physical discs.
Not if you have a PS5 digital, but the point he's trying to make is you literally do not need to go out and buy a PlayStation 5 right now to play all of these games you're talking about. The PlayStation 5, in terms of backwards compatibility, I'm going to make this very clear, runs the PlayStation 4 version of those games. It does not upgrade them in any way, shape, or form. So if you are buying a PlayStation 5 to only play backwards compatible titles, you are literally wasting your money because there is no benefit to playing them on a PlayStation 5 over a PS4 Pro. Is that clear enough for you? I mean, it feels like I'm addressing a child here, but I don't know, man. I'm just trying to make this as clear as humanly possible. Like, the only person you should be mad at in this situation, the only person who's doing the shit that you're accusing this guy of doing, is fucking you.
My thought is this. Whatever you want to play, wherever you want to play, I think it is absolutely worth it. I'm going to go a step further. I think that if you're able to have the pocket change for it, I'm very glad that I own both the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 because both these systems are freaking good and they're going to keep getting better. Telling anybody right now that a certain system isn't worth it is flat out untrue.
I mean, I love this shit. Like, he's allowed to have an opinion, but this guy's not allowed to. Like, how dare you not tell people that they need to go out and buy this console right now? Like, bro, people are allowed to have different opinions. What you place value in terms of the console, someone else may not put the same value into it. To be honest, I probably wouldn't recommend that anyone go out and buy a PS5, especially because you can't get one right now, so you're going to have to pay resale for it. And I sure as shit wouldn't advise anyone to spend $700 or $800 on a fucking next-generation console when neither console has any game on it that I would literally go out and buy a console for. Maybe when God of War comes out, that will change. Maybe when Halo Infinite comes out, that'll change. But as things sit right now, there is no reason to rush out and buy these consoles. You are really not missing out on anything. Because you know what, scratch that, because God of War and Halo Infinite are coming out on last generation consoles as well, so there really is no reason to rush out and go buy one of these things, especially at an $800 resale price. And that's coming from somebody who scalped 5 PS5s.
And even more so, the fact that it is a director of IGN, this blows my freaking mind that anybody would try and play this card. Like, the fact that I can stack this up, and I still have literally shelves full of games behind me. Like, these games are still good. And this doesn't even talk about the fact that the gigantic digital libraries that both these systems have. The amount of digital-only games that exist on Xbox and PlayStation that are still mind-blowing. To me, those deserve the credit. And the fact that they just constantly try to disregard them, to hand-wave them away, to me, is not just stupid.
Bro, the only thing stupid in this situation is your video on this entire topic, but, you know what, I think it's really ironic, too, that he's expecting some sort of intelligence from an organization like IGN, of all places, or even from games journalists in general. Like, that job does not exactly attract the best and brightest. There's a reason why the average game journalist is like 30 to 40 years old, living with 3 to 4 roommates in San Francisco, making next to nothing, writing about video games all day. It's not exactly a high-skill career path. So I don't really know what you're expecting from such a prestigious job title, but that's what pisses me off even more in this entire situation, which, if I sound pissed off in this video, Dreamcast guy, that's why. Your video is so bad that I am literally having to defend someone from an organization and career path that I absolutely despise. That's what really is pissing me off here. Your video is so bad that it makes someone from IGN look good, and that's saying something.
In my opinion, it is ridiculous. It makes you look dumb to act like any of these systems are fantastic.
Hey, Dreamcast guy, you may want to take a quick look in the mirror.
Oh god, I'm gonna drop these. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Anyway, so as I was saying, there's It Takes Two. I gotta play that still. That just came out this year. The point I'm trying to get at, though, is that the PlayStation 5 does have great games. And in fact, I'll say that the $70 price point is still a bit ridiculous. The fact that I have to pay such a gigantic markup to play PlayStation 5 games, I'll be the first to say that I love Returnal. $70 is a big chunk of change. My thought is that going forward, games are still getting better. The library of experiences keeps getting better. But
I mean, it's really amazing to me that you sat there and read his tweet but didn't understand a word of what he's saying. Either that or you're just maliciously trying to twist what he actually said. And I would hate to arrive at that conclusion, but given your track record of just blatantly lying to your audience, I don't really know anymore.
the time speaks, the multiplayer, the open worldness, a lot of these games keep managing to improve. But to act like specific specifically the PlayStation 5, is having library problems when we're about to get Ratchet and Clank. We've gotten so many good games so far. I mean, the fact that you're trying to act like this is still going on, it's straight up console war BS.
Again, Dreamcast guy, you may want to go take a quick look in the mirror, buddy, but I feel like this is kind of my mentality as well. I wouldn't recommend anyone go out and buy a PlayStation 5 for fucking Ratchet and Clank, dude. Like, this is what I mean. It's like Dreamcast guy's the only one who's allowed to have an opinion on what makes a console worth buying or not, and if you dare to disagree with them, you're just promoting console wars bullshit, and you're objectively wrong. Like, you really just love to fucking see it.
When I see stuff like this, I'm going to be mean here for a second. As you can see, I've been following Error Justin on Twitter. I've been following this guy for a while.
Oh shit, is he gonna do what he did to Soulja Boy?
I'm going to be mean here for a second. As you can see, I've been following Error Justin on Twitter. I've been following this guy for a while. You know what I'm going to do? I'm blocking you on Twitter, so I never see another one of your crappy tweets, your crappy ideas, or anything involving Soulja ever again. You're a boy. Maybe someday you'll become a man. Justin, this is dumb. You're clearly just trying to bait the console war BS. And once again, the perfect example. The most annoying thing is that the amount of people that are jumping in here and being like, oh, man, like, again, requisite people can't play it for 4,000 hours. Wait, is Dreamcast guy trying to act with this exact same things?
Oh, what's up?
I don't know whether or not you're just this stupid or you're intentionally being disingenuous and trying to respond. Like, either way, it's not a good way. Everything is good. What this is
Oh yeah, that's gonna be free for like like until September or something like that. I'm willing to play that game. I got an Xbox 360 version of that game a long time ago. Yeah, that's an Xbox 360 game, and a PS3. Virtual Fighter is an old game. That's like a remaster, pretty much. What? Virtual Fighter anime? I haven't watched that in a while. I forgot about that. That for real? That's been years over years, ain't it? For that's been a damn good while. But the only thing I played Virtual Fighter uh Dead or Alive 5 or the one on the Xbox, Virtual Fighter 5. Where the online's not that good, I don't think. Come on, baby. Okay. I'm ready to hear it. Let's hear it. You got it. He he must be still in the hospital. I think his mom couldn't breathe or something. Uh, so so that's anime. That's kind of like a Street Fighter kind of animation a little bit. How Virtua Fighter is now. How that is. I think. Did they have an anime season of Virtua Fighter, or was that like a short kind of like promo because of the game? It wasn't based off anime because I cannot remember because that feels like it's some sort of like 1997 anime or something like that, like old as hell. 2001, I think. I don't know, but I know old as hell, old as shit. That's a classic back then. Surprised they didn't put it on like DVD or like I don't know some sort of like Netflix or some get up. And they didn't do that. They didn't do that yet. Strange they don't do that. I mean, Street Fighter. I'm not sure. So Street Fighter's on Netflix like the old classic Street Fighters. I don't know if it is, but Virtua Fighter needs an overhaul like Sailor Moon and all the others. But I don't know how popular it is. I don't really know. They should. Oh yeah, I did hear a rumor that Final Fantasy 7 anime is supposed to be on Netflix when they made this Japan book with two souls. Then it shows Tifa and like Aerith on some sort of like pole or something under a lamp. like I don't know if they leaked it or not, but 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 somebody translated it saying they might make a series off remake if it's anime like on Final Phase 15 episode, kind of like how that is, but I don't know. That's some Japanese book or something. Somebody said on Trailer, two souls or something like that. Two something. But I don't know if that's true or not. But Square Enix do that. That'd be insane if they make an anime off a remake. That would be epic. I mean, if they promote that in the future, I will watch that. They did make Crisis that little short Crisis Core anime with Zack or whatever dying, but that was only like 30, barely 30 minutes. Not Ever Crisis. It was called oh god, Core something shit. I forgot. It's an old movie. But mostly it was Zack saving Cloud from Shinra. That mostly all it was. Then you see Zack fight Sephiroth. Then Cloud stabs him and everything else. And I said, think it's 18 minutes or like 30, barely 30 or 30 minutes. They made that like a long time ago. That's old. But if they revised it with the Zack storyline or whatever, like I don't know how they're gonna do it. If they do it, that make a lot of money. No, I saw him in manga, only in magazines and stuff like that. He's on Jump Force. He was good on Jump Force. I just don't know how do you use him that good. But mostly he's a gunfighter with a whole bunch of cannons and shit like that. He's pretty good on Jump Force. But I don't know if he's the best. No, not yet. Nope. Oh yes. Something about this patch that's supposed to come out on like Gauge Impact. Some like special patch notes or something that they keep talking about before it releases or something. Something about they're gonna fix the patching system, the like crafting system, and some stuff that they need to tweak out or like something. That's why I heard someone say on YouTube about it. That patch note. I guess it'd be good for players then. Oh boy, there's so many MMOs I want to play, but I'm tied up with like three of them at least, 3 or 4 of them. Border Breaker, Gundam, Legend of Heroes, No, Toski, the one playing right now, huh? Wow, that's cheap. Because you know why? Be, because you gotta buy three seasons of DLC on them, and plus that game. Yeah, no, I could buy for the Xbox for my Series X, but that's about it. But I bought that on digital when that first came out, $59, and I regret doing that when that came out. Pay that kind of money, knowing you got to pay on season pass with like Bleach and Crimjow and all those other like um, season pass. But if you buy it, you can spend for like four barely maybe $20 on like the two on like the DLCs, and then you got a damn good deal since you didn't play it when it first came out on launch. Yeah, that game had a bad I don't know if it's bad online, but the game just did a little bit the like standards. I don't think people play the game as much now as when it came out. I hate to say the game kind of died a little bit. But that don't mean that it's a bad game, whatever. It's still good in some aspects. I mean, a good arena fighter. You play Yu-Gi-Oh! Seto Kaiba and going from Hunter x Hunter is good. I mean, depends on the person that's playing, I guess. Pretty much. It it if they enjoy that kind of thing. But I just hate those season passes could cost a lot when it first came out. Shit costs a lot of money. No, I know that. Well, like season pass like night was it like $19, 19 to I feel like 19 trim or something like that. And see, that's why we'll wait when Good Gear comes out, and then we see the same season passes. Let's see which characters are like come to Good Gear, instead of paying them $89 for just like 12 character roster. And they got fix it online, even if they got a little bit of net code on it. Yeah, wait to until that game gets cheaper, and then maybe maybe 9 months later when Guilty Gear and 9 months when that game be maybe uh 20 25 or like $30, and then I might get it, but right now no, I ain't buying it because they gotta fix those guys on that game, like the samurai dude or whatever with the blood sword. His HP drains when he transforms to that blood sword thing, and see that needs to be fixed because the HP drains in 5 seconds. I don't like that. But so bad guy is the better player, and they say he was hard on Guilty Gear, but he's pretty easy to play. But the 2-star guys, I can't play that good. I think I can play Axel or May are like so bad guy, but the rest of them, I'm I'm not too interested of. Maybe pro Tekken, but that's about it. The rest of them, are nerfed really bad. But during time, I hope Artwork Systems fix those issues, and then it'll be balanced, and it ain't balanced in the slightest. Not right now. I don't think. Debate was fun. Hope it gets fixed. That's all I can say.
I don't go to PlayStation for games as a service, at least not PlayStation's first party or their studios. I don't go to PlayStation for multiplayer. We cannot ignore the fact that this is something that Sony has always been pursuing. Not only is Sony not a stranger to multiplayer games, you got Killzone. In the past, we saw MAG, Warhawk, and a bunch of other SOCOM. Other games I'm probably forgetting to mention as well. These are all games that were developed by Sony, and they were all multiplayer focused. And that's not going to change going forward. The only differences here is right now Sony's bread and butter is single-player narrative-driven experiences, and they will not. I have to emphasize this a lot here because people need to understand. Sony is not going to ever develop, going forward, a multiplayer service-based game at the expense of a AAA single-player narrative-driven experience. Okay? That's never going to happen. What Sony's doing right now is they understand that they have a very good flow and, kind of just a great business model that they have right now with their single-player games. Games like God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2, the list goes on, right? Ratchet and Clank, Horizon. They're not going to change that. That's going to remain as a staple throughout probably the rest of PlayStation's history, however long they go on for, right? However long PlayStation's around, this is going to be a staple. What they're going to do and what they have been doing is they're growing and they're expanding and they're partnering as well to try to also get more multiplayer games in there and get their own Fortnite. I think some people forget that The Last of Us multiplayer game is going to be a service-led game. It's going to be a standalone game, as far as I'm aware, and it's going to be a service-led game. It's going to be their attempt at I guess you could say, a much more violent and mature theme Fortnite, if you will. That's what Sony's trying to do. Now, does that mean that there isn't a team that's working on the next big AAA single-player narrative?
13, yes, good.
No, there absolutely is, and the majority of the resources are going to that team. But this is what we're going to continue to see going forward. We saw a job listing for Sucker Punch that said that
if I can low break him up, I don't know how to low break him up.
Developers who are experienced
I hate this game. How do I low break him?
Most likely making a standalone
It's impossible.
game alongside developing the proper Ghost of Tsushima sequel that will be single player.
So part of fire low fours. Damn it.
This is something that Sony's going to do. We've been hearing for a long time that a new SOCOM's in the works. If a new SOCOM's in the works, it's most likely going to be a service-led game. And you cannot fault Sony for wanting to do this. We heard that Sony London, they're making a new IP. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It sounds like they're also in the process of developing their own engine, for this
Reds.
game.
Oh my god. Let's see.
And
Reds.
job listing, it's going to be a multiplayer
So
game.
I need red 4 stars. So I need red 4 stars. I need fire elements. Okay. So I get 4 fire elements in the kill.
Does that sound far-fetched to you? Does that sound crazy? That doesn't sound crazy to me at all. That actually makes a lot of sense. I think it's something that Sony wants to pursue. And I think that we should be okay with that, even if you don't like those types of things, because Sony's not going to abandon AAA
drafts.
that are their bread and butter and
Let me get 4. Let me get 4.
even if they get a hit service game,
4.
their own Fortnite, that doesn't mean that we're going to suddenly see all of these single player games. Part of PlayStation true and true. I just thought that we could really kind of talk about this in particular because that is kind of everything we see here the thing that a lot of people are very concerned about. Just to talk about the mobile push, again, this is not something new. Sony has done this in the past. They've kept this kind of taking their ideas, put them on mobile, smartphone, tablet, and it didn't really work out too well for them. And they're kind of going to put a little bit of a, more of an emphasis on that, I guess. I don't think more of an emphasis, but they're going to have a bigger focus on that, really taking it seriously. As somebody who completely does not want to game that way, I do not care. My only thing with something like that is, look, Sony, do whatever you want from the mobile screen, as long as it's not interfering with what you are delivering now. It is the Horizon Zero Quest, the Ratchet and Clank with parts, the next God of War Ragnarok, and whatever other, games you have coming in the future. Keep that up and make sure that whatever you're doing in the mobile space doesn't interfere with that. Now, I think Sony's smart. Obviously, the executives running it there, I'm assuming they understand this, and they kind of already made it clear that
Stop.
it's a separate thing.
There we go.
What's interesting is some of the developers that work on these bigger AAA games will be providing a little bit of help in these mobile games, which I think is good, because if this is Sony's way of trying to bring more people into the PlayStation ecosystem, get more people familiar with this PlayStation IP, I think it will be necessary to make
I need a 4-star. Where is the fire helmets?
obviously some of them is not going to be as far as I know.
Where is the old man? He ain't there.
There is a global business shooting game in development
Oh, there he is.
done by some other
Okay.
developers.
Yes, there we go. 4 elements.
The idea of Sucker Punch
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I get. Oh my god. What kind of tickets are you running? Ooh, I use my tickets doing that. Oh no. Well, that pays off. If he can't afford that. Okay, yes. He's gonna transform, boy. Yes. Appear low break. 100%. Hell yes. Low break, baby. Oh yes, get that power. Get that power. Yes. Ooh, star 6. Yes. Low break, star 6. Damn right. Yes. I feel good now. Yeah.
One last thing I'm going to say here before wrapping this up is talking about Cloud. To me, Cloud is the most interesting thing here for Sony because I feel like Sony obviously, they have a section here talking about, a beyond console, and I think that if there's anything here that will, maybe take the place of the console in the long-term future, I'm talking like years and years and years now, it will be Cloud. Eventually, I know that people don't want to hear that. I obviously don't want that.
Low break, yes.
Inevitable reality. Even if it takes 30 or 40 years to get there, it will happen at some point.
Ooh, I've been working hard.
Sony's aware of this. I don't think
Trying to grind the low break this character and trying to unlock his S move ability because it always shows the like it's trying to trigger, but it don't show his buttons. So I'm trying to unlock his passive. That means his special attack. That's what I'm doing, basically. Come on. Trying to figure out how you get unlock his passive. God damn it. Maybe he don't have one. I don't know if he has one or not. He should. I guess he needs to grind another block before it happens. Shit. Okay. Low 18, that's it. Okay, damn it. freeze for a second. Ooh, something's happening. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Matthijs de Jonge. I'm the game director on Horizon Forbidden West.
Son of a
Last
bitch.
year we revealed our ambitious new project, and since then the team has
No.
continued to make great progress on the development of the game. We are very excited and honored to give you an update in the state of play.
Okay.
In the countdown video leading up to this moment, you have already seen glimpses of the
He can't do it. Who else?
but now we
Who
have
else
something
will?
truly special for you. Almost 14 minutes of gameplay captured on PlayStation 5.
Oh, like somebody
You
else.
don't have to wait any longer. Let's get right to it.
What happened?
Shit. Where are you? That trucker.
Other raiders doing these ones. It's okay.
You talking to me? Oh. Okay. Oh. You're trying to train and level break these guys. Oh boy. Level break. Jeez, how y'all doing? Okay, he don't have S skill. Okay, I thought you had S skill. Maybe you don't have an S skill passive. The hell? I know we'll train him for nothing. Okay, got that one. The female. Does she got passive on her? Or that bunch of bullshit. Keep this version of her. This would be so good. Tech ZZ command. I like that. Keep her front. keep you guys right there. 1830 needs to go right there. Put you right there because I want to test you out for a minute. There. Guard team from now. No, not never good. Good. Now. That's what I like to see. Progress, baby. Progress, baby. Progress now, man. Toss, give it a flip, your feet up. More than tickets. 4 more tickets. Got one more. Okay, how do you get more? Gotta go. Okay, now. Then you want to train. Then you want to get your cats. Man, this game's fun. This Legend Heroes got just kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie. Just you got a whole bunch of weak characters, and like then you can build them. That's a fun part about it. When you get to level 30, then you can low break them to like star 4. Kind of fun trying to do a build your characters up, man. This is fun. Let's see how long build up. Shit is good. It's really damn good. Oh, Ghost in the Shell. Season 3, I think. Major boss. Okay. What am I gonna use? Somebody find them.
$1,000 milligrams of salt?
Yeah. You know, people saying what? Oh no, I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the anime series. It's all right. If you're in a punk and hacking, then that's good for you then. If you think about it that way, I guess. But I know that PS1 game for Ghost in the Shell is a lot of money. The retro one, that's just hard to find. When I say it's hard to find, but you gonna spend $200. That's just as much price value as Mega Man Legends Tron Bond. That game from Capcom is still $300 for that one game. I was like, holy shit, that game's expensive. expensive. Woo! Don't want to spend that kind of money, that's for sure. Run your ass. A lot. Lost. I bought the regular movie, but I haven't watched it yet. But I do have a DVD. They say when that movie came out, they say it sucked. The real action movie, but the anime, you know the anime is going to be way much better than the movie itself. I mean it depends on who's making it, I guess. Like that. Oh my God! Let's see what I got. I keep forgetting. Oh my God. What you got? What is it?
Chicken skins.
Oh, chicken skins.
Mm-hmm.
Those ain't good. The last time I tasted a long time ago, those chicken skins didn't taste that good back then. Those chicken skins.
Taste them now.
Tastes like.
Taste them now.
Liver. Oh, it still got that faded that faded taste to it.
It's barbecue. You don't like it?
Yeah, right.
It's barbecue.
Taste from getting used to.
You want some more? Let me go. I'm gonna go.
I'm good. I'm good, I guess. They're like very flaky.
I know.
They taste like a flake. Better don't hit. How'd I get 9? I got 9 that fast? No way. Oh, may have to spend that kind of money. Not a lot. I may have to double down on that. Ooh. No, I got her before. Please give me good ones. No. Yes! They wouldn't let hero rare cards. Oh, yes! I think about you a few days ago. Oh, you can get somebody like that. Oh my, no fucking way. These fucking